Thanks for tuning in to No Wine in No Time. I'm your host Dave, and today we're talking about a wine region in the northern part of Spain called Ribera del Duero. In this particular area, we have about 2,000 years of winemaking tradition, which is significant. And this is one region in Spain that is designated for its high-quality wines. There are 11 total in Spain, and Ribera del Duero is one of them. So where exactly is this on the map? Well, it's in the northern part of Spain in what we call the Northern Plateau, and it sits solidly on the Duero River. And this is an area that has flat, rocky terrain, so very rugged. It's an area that vineyards are at about 2,000 to 3,000 feet in elevation. It's blessed with magnificent weather in the summertime, very moderate to low rainfall where the grapes can achieve beautiful extreme ripeness. They have about 2,400 hours of sun per year, which is extremely high and allows those grapes to reach their full potential. Now in this particular area, because it's a high plateau and a little higher in elevation, we have a large degree of what we call in the wine world a diurnal temperature swing. So what that basically means is the difference between the daytime temperature and the nighttime temperature, when you subtract one from the other, is the diurnal temperature swing. So for example, if we're 80 degrees in the daytime and we're 50 degrees at night, that would give us a 30-degree diurnal temperature swing. Now why is this important? Because in the red wine world, when we have a large diurnal temperature swing, it allows the grapes to build up high acidity. And acidity is what balances all the different wines of the world. Without acidity being your most important component, your wine ends up being flabby or fat, and that is not something that either leads to an elegant wine or a wine that will age gracefully. Now in this particular area, we have a grape that they call Tinto Fina. And Tinto Fina is the local name for a grape that the rest of the world calls Tempranillo. Now Tempranillo is vitally important because it defines Ribera del Duero, and all of its quality is really measured by how good the Tempranillo is for that particular year. Now they do allow small amounts of Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, and Garnacha, which we would also call Grenache, to be added to these wines. Now to the Spanish, aging and oaking are vitally important to the structure and the quality of the wines. So on the back of a Ribera del Duero wine label, you'll see a classification of how long it's been aged and oaked. And I'll explain that for you. There are 3 different classifications. And the first one is one called Crianza. And with Crianza, we must have a wine that's been aged a minimum, now all these are minimums, 1 year in oak and then 1 year in the bottle. So that's 2 full years. The next step is Reserva. If we have a wine that says Reserva, that's minimum of 1 year in oak, but 2 years additional aging in the bottle for 3 years. Now what's most interesting to me is most people, when they make the leap from Crianza to Reserva, don't just do the minimum. They usually do 18 and 18, although the law says 12 and 24. Now we go to the top of the mountain, and that's a wine called Gran Reserva. Gran Reserva is 2 years aging in oak and 3 years additional aging in the bottle for a total of 5 years aging before that wine can be released. So I wanted to expose you to what I think is kind of the sweet spot for this particular wine, and that's the Reserva category. So for this particular wine, I chose the 2010 Ardal. So this is a 2010 Ardal Reserva, and this particular blend has just a little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon, but mostly Tinto Fina, which is a Tempranillo. So let's go ahead and take a look at the wine in the glass. First thing we'll notice that the wine is very opaque, very dark in its color, and we're not able to see through that particular wine. If we swirl to liberate some of the aromas, one of the most beautiful things that comes out of a well-constructed and beautifully aged Tempranillo, and this particular one is almost 10 years old, is this wonderful bouquet of black raspberries wrapped in cedar. It really is reminiscent of a cedar chest and some beautiful summer fruits. Really quite fragrant and very, very aromatic. Let's go ahead and taste and see what we can expect across the palate. This 2010 Ardal Reserva is really perfectly structured. On the front part of the palate, we taste just a little bit of cherry, blackberry, black raspberry fruits, so very dark fruits. When it goes mid-palate, we begin to feel the acidity lift and balance the wine. And across the backside of the palate, we feel the effects of oak. We start to feel the tannins come in to give the wine a little bit of structure, but then we get the kind of almost caramel or vanilla flavors that we get from the oak. So beautifully rich in its presentation, but elegantly structured, and that's the most important thing. So I'm going to enjoy a little bit more Ardal's Reserva, Ribera Del Duero, and I ask that you guys come back next time, because soon you'll know wine in no time.